Okay, it's game time. Division round. Going to Minnesota to face the 12-5 Vikings, who apparently on paper have a great offense, and they do. Seventh in the league in scoring, second in the league in rushing, second only to us. And their defense is, at least scoring, is tied with us. And they're pretty similar. I mean, yeah, we're pretty similar defensively. They have some great weapons on offense. They were the second seed. Let's see, do they have any leaders here? I'm not seeing any leaders per se. I think our plan is going to be obviously see. So we want to run the ball. We want to establish that. I did compared to the last game. I did tick down the passing on first down just a tad, and I'm not sure yet if we want to stop their run or defend the pass more. But first, we'll take a look at their injury report. I don't think they had anybody, but I can't recall. Nope, nobody on their injury report. Neither do we. The healthy teams apparently make the playoffs. JJ McCarthy with handing it off to Damian Pierce or Jonah Coleman. He has Justin Jefferson, best receiver in the league. Jordan Anderson, I'm sure he's up there as well. And I'm sure these guys could catch a ball or two. Then you have TJ Hawkinson. And to block for you is Christian Darrisaw at left tackle. Donovan Jackson. Josh Myers. Will Freeze. Brian O'Neill. Center is probably their weakest point, at least on paper. So we may struggle to get to the quarterback. Then rushing the passer, you have Dallas Turner out of Alabama in his fourth year, along with Kobe Turner in his fifth year, coming off the going up against our left tackle. And in the middle there, you have David Stone, who's a rookie, and McKinley Jackson. Linebackers ain't nobody really worthwhile, I think, mentioning. Cornerbacks, Jair Alexander, X Factor, and Mekhi Blackman. And just to top it off, another good corner. So they have pretty good corners as well. Great free safety, Caleb Downs, in his second year. And then I would say a decent, strong safety as well. Their kicker's pretty good. Second year kicker, rookie punter. So this is going to be a challenge. Playoff bracket, how we got here. The Vikings just handled the Commanders. We handled the Lions. And the Cowboys beat out the Cardinals just barely. I would, just because we struggled against Dallas earlier in the year, and I think we've played the Eagles tough. The last two years we played them. We lost those games, but I think we played them tough. I'd rather actually go to Philly should we win this game. And on the AFC side, I'm rooting for the Chargers and Bills just because I like those teams more in comparison. So two away teams, and then they'll have the AFC Championship. I don't know, we'll see, but I just don't want to see KC. I really don't. I think they could pick us apart, um, and I'm tired of seeing KC. All right, so weekly strategy. They're good at running the ball, and we want to establish a run, but they're not too bad at passing, and they have great receivers. So it suggests that we defend a short pass and run inside. I think we should go with the recommendation. They pass 52% of the time. Let's see, short passes, 168 attempts, 30th in the league, 30th in the league in medium. Is that if I'm reading that correctly? So apparently they run it a lot. They're 6th in the league in attempts. And they run it outside too. So I think I'm going to go short pass. Hopefully it kind of covers inside, outside, and short passing. The negatives would be double move routes. I don't know. I'm gonna go. I guess if I'm torn, I go with the game's recommendation. So this guy is not playing, but apparently he scrambles a lot. Or at least the team does. Yeah, I think I just gotta. I'm gonna stick with it. Hopefully we can match up well with them. I'd like to see us continue our first year since I took over the 25-26 season. We made it to the divisional round and got kicked out, I think, by the Eagles. Yeah. Last year, the 26-27 season, we made it to the NFC Championship and got kicked out by the 49ers, who ultimately won the Super Bowl. I don't recall the first year who won the Super Bowl, but this year, hopefully we can keep that streak going and get one game ahead each time, but this time hopefully not get kicked out at the end. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to kind of review. I think it's just time to play. I think it's time to put up or shut up. I really hope our season can continue. I'm not ready to hit the off season. I usually look forward to the off season. I'm just not ready to get there yet. I'd love to maybe play 2 games today or watch 2 games today. Shoot, I wonder if we could even watch the Pro Bowl. Never thought of that. But this could be a tough game. Let's take a look at our. I'll take a look at the depth chart when we get in. I'll just look at it now. All right. All good there. There. Receiver, Nakua, Liget, Harbor, Horn. I'm good there. Actually, let's do this. I just want to get Horn more involved a little bit. I think he can kind of offer the same, but has that little extra explosiveness about him. Can always change that too, but I haven't really had a need to, which has been nice. Of course, Thompson, Icky, Moko, Hunt, Moten, Brown, Fisk, nose tackles, Washington. Score. I mean, we have a pretty damn good team ourselves. Okay. This didn't actually work bad last time. Let's keep it going. I want to make a quick change here. Let's try Harbor there. screen. They should have scored and swum. This is where, okay, maybe I'm wondering. Yeah, let's keep this for now since they run a lot. And if they get to a point or a passing situation, I'll take Brown out for White. Like if it's clear passing and I can remember, I'll put White in at the rush DT. And I think I'm good. That's what we had last game. All right. We'll see how we do. Wow, Jefferson's only a superstar. Yep. Time to go. You lose, you go home. You win, you still have a chance at glory.
Round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Panthers and the Vikings, and it's all up next.
Please get that hair under control.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. Tonight, the second of our two divisional games on this Saturday. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Madden Dave.
You have joined us. It's a divisional round matchup here in the playoffs. Mike Tirico, well, with Greg Olsen, partner, both these teams feeling the momentum, feeling good. They won last week on Wild Card Weekend. They're starting to look forward in Dream Super Bowl. One of these teams gets to the conference championship game. What are you looking for in a game like this?
Yeah, and you're exactly right, Mike. Both these teams we saw just a week ago play really well in their wild.
We think we have quite a battle in
Let's
store.
see if we can get to a good start here.
Onto the NFC title game. And off we go here in the divisional round. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, now their rookie quarterback.
Winning in the wild card round, certainly an accomplishment that this team should be proud of. But Mike, if he wants to take his team to the championship round next week, he's going to have to lead by example and play a mistake-free game against a team known for capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes. Yes, you have to be aggressive. You have to be willing to take some risks. But those risks have to be calculated, because if you get reckless against this group, you're going to be flying home. You're going to get ready for the offseason.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. The motion man is Sanders.
Damn.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. To the air is Manning. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Williams, the tight end, is in motion. Try to pick this one up on the ground.
Damn, they didn't give it to him,
after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look.
I say go
and we'll
for it.
step out for a moment.
It's inches, bro.
Hunting time for the Panthers. Set to kick this one away.
Dave's being conservative.
As they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
You have to figure, Mike, this is a confident quarterback coming into this one. He played such a large role, not only helping them win the division, but then he followed it up last week with a big wild card victory. Now, 1 week away from a championship game in front of their home crowd, everything is falling into place. But if they want to play next week, they're going to need another big game from their leader.
They'll put Addison in motion. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Now here comes the screen to Pierce. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Oh, is he injured?
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over,
got a scrambler now, I think.
Third down.
I swear to God,
3 to go.
This is another Spencer
He'll drop
fucking
the throw.
Okay, not
Oh,
this
he's
play.
going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Look at E.J. Vero.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their
Calling a
rush
blitz,
lane
first play
integrity.
for
What
that. I
that
think
means
he's a
is
rookie.
you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
That's fielded at about the 18. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. To throw, it's Manning. There's Evans, he's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
Ooh, okay,
Second
damn it.
down
I don't think we're in a
and 3.
formation. 2nd and 3 or less should be more potential for passing
They'll stick with him again. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate.
Okay, I'm starting to see a lot of the same
that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up first down.
We keep getting yards, though. I'm
That's
not
the
going
way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Have we had a different formation?
Here's a
Okay, there's
2nd
one.
and 3 forthcoming.
Go deep.
Throwing now, Manning. That's taken it. It's Xavier Leggett. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Here's Manning. That's into traffic, but taken in. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Up the middle.
So second down, and they'll run it. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Come on, guys. Get in the fucking end zone.
On third down, it's Manning.
Oh, shit.
They'll set up the
Oh,
screen
shit. He
to
doesn't have
Taylor.
it. Damn it.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. His kick is perfect. And the Panthers will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down
Is that
just
a
shy
tight end
of the
return?
25. The Vikings offense ready for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He'll come up to 3rd.
Oh, shit. He's
and
coming
3.
again on 3rd down. Boom.
They'll try and run
Nice.
it here with Pierce.
Kick
And
the
that
fucking
call
ball.
will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Back to throw is Manning. Nakua snags it over the middle. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Don't forget about D.
They'll work the
Taylor.
middle here with
Don't
Taylor.
forget about him. He
Pass
might be gone.
midfield to the
No, he's
45.
not gone.
A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Manning. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. The carry here for ETN. And he'll be close to a 1st down.
So
A
fucking
gain of a
close.
couple as they mark him just short.
Come on, guys.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
So close.
Taylor going to try
Get
to
it in
pull
there,
his
yes.
way in. A dive, and he's in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The extra point is up and through. Panthers are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Dude, he almost got there
He'll be
untouched.
hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Here's Pierce. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Encroachment defense.
Man, we can't give him any chances.
Still third down.
The penalty yardage certainly helps. Now it's third down, and they need 5. They'll look to throw.
Ooh.
That's going to be incomplete.
He's not having
And it'll
a
leave just enough time for
best
one final
start
play
right now.
in this opening quarter.
But I'll take it.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. 1 quarter down in this NFC divisional round matchup. The Panthers off to the early advantage. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. First and 10 now from the 36. The motion man is Sanders.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The offensive line doing a great job opening
This is why I
these
like
run
running
lanes.
it
They
on
have
first
been
down,
there this
man.
entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And a nice
Okay,
run.
go deep.
Get
It's
him
2 and
about
1,
9.
second and 1. Go deep.
It'll bring up second down.
Just take a shot, dude, just for fun. For funsies.
On the ground, here's Etienne. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Now Manning. A throw left side there. Not going to find the target. Incomplete.
It's ugly, bro.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Manning gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. Now
He's
give
in.
up
Oh,
the middle.
never mind.
And strong running
I always
in
forget
deep.
there's a deep safety
Inside the
back there.
10-yard line. A gain of 9 on the carry. Second and a yard. The motion
fucking
man
pounding.
is Sanders. Now they'll set up to throw.
Oh my goodness,
And
nice
that
throw.
is caught in the end zone. He's in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg, it's one of those sometimes
chosen
you
one.
gotta feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the left side here. Caught by Addison.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And that's going to be a first down.
Okay, this happened last game, I think. When the announcer notices they have a hill to climb, all of a sudden their offense starts waking up.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. Like, he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll run the draw with Pierce. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the first down.
But he'll be back.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Right back to Pierce on first down. And he'll get about 5. Back to throw. Off he goes. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
Stop them here. But
They
if their algorithm works, it'll be like a 7-yard game.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw.
Ooh.
And that is incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. That's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Panthers offense and Puka Nacua getting set for this next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Williams, the tight end, is in motion. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
Forget about Taylor.
On the ground, it's Taylor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll go again here with Taylor.
Damn.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Williams, the tight end, is in motion.
Get off me.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up.
Damn it.
So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Okay, Mays is back.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. To the air
Buka.
is Manning.
Oh,
This
come on,
is going to be
Cam.
incomplete. That is
I say
a
go
run
for it.
down there. Pass will be
53
on
yarder.
target.
Go for it.
No catch, and now 4th down. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. He is 2 for
Okay,
2.
I'll take it.
That kick is good. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They hand it off to Pierce. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Exactly how you plug that hole.
He'll look to throw.
Damn it.
He'll try to run for it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down. Quick throw, taken in. And the tackle's going to be made.
Let's see here. I don't know if I have an option right now, but let me look at the. Okay, 1 quarter out, only the game. Okay, good. Out for game. All right, I think I'll. Okay, we'll keep it as is.
Yard line. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
I think once this gets back, though,
it's going to end up
I'm going to
incomplete.
on wide
It's a
and place
pass
some
he'll say he
Garrett
should have
Brown
had. Instead, he does not, and it brings
the
up 2nd
NASCAR
down.
package.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Over the middle, that's the tight end,
Damn,
Hawkinson. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Back to the air one more time. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
And they get the ball the second half, too.
And they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact.
There you go.
That's going to be
I was just wishing for that.
in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball.
He's kind of becoming my.
Mike,
he stepped into the lead for the starting corner
touchdown,
position.
and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Panthers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
Go 2 minutes.
The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. To throw, it's Manning.
Get out of bounds.
Right side, complete to Nakua. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
That was a gut punch to him.
Thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get it back to you two in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Mike and Greg. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far.
We are set
but there's
for
still
the
plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. And we are back at it with the third quarter. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Trevin Wallace.
You know what? I just thought of something else I could do. They're going to be passing more.
Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 27-yard line.
That'll be taken in by Pierce. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Caught left side by Hawkinson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Now it's Taylor. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Here's Manning. Over the middle, he's got Leggett.
Yeah, don't worry, we got a passing game too now. Oh shit, I would go Leggett, man. Deep. Corner of the end zone.
Back to throw is Manning. They go back to Leggett. He's got another one. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Set to go now on
Told
1st
y'all,
and 10.
he was on the up, man.
The motion
What I
man
signed,
is Sanders.
$4 million a year? Fucking value contract?
Looking to throw is
Oh,
Manning.
come on, Williams.
And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Get the fuck up, rookie.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal now. Tackle made at the 9. The motion man is Sanders. Throwing now, Manning. That's caught by Puka. And he'll get about 8 on
goal
that
line
one.
situation should
Most
be
of
more
it
runs
coming
now.
after the catch. It's 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown,
All right,
Carolina.
do I start taking out players?
Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it
This is just-
effectively down the field
this is-
and finish it off on the
man.
ground for the touchdown.
They're just too
So
good.
often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this
touchdowns,
case,
three
give them a lot of credit.
conversions.
They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it
Oh,
off
you know what?
with 6.
Hold on. I'm going to wait till the next play.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right
One
about
more
the
series with our
28-yard
starters on D. See how it goes. Max we'd still be up 17. Let's take some guys out. All right, let's take out Arch. Let's put in McMillan. Yep, let's do it. Let's go Brown over here. Alright, I kind of went a little nuts. Alright, yeah, let's just do it. Can always put them back in if we need to.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I feel like we need
Here's
another
2nd and
kind
6.
of Keon White type of defensive
A
tackle.
run here with
defensive end.
Pierce.
Oh, shit.
Lots of space past the 45. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On the practice squad.
They'll put Addison in motion.
Considering that no other teams are playing with
And
somebody
he'll
to pick
take
them
this
up.
forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Maybe I can sign a defensive guy tackle.
On the handoff, this is Pierce. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw.
Oh, come on!
And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into
Halfway
this game
through the
and
third
winning this one,
quarter,
he's going to
already
have to
playing
get a lot better
backups.
with the ball.
On the ground, here's Zamir White. And a good run there. They get him 5 yards. Here is Brissett. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Etienne. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Pass downfield.
Whoa.
Is caught by Brown.
Whoa.
That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is...
I'm sorry, they're not going to give us a replay. I'm gonna make one. I mean, I guess it looked a lot closer. It looked a lot closer live. I just thought that he had to like contort his body to get both feet in.
Here's 1st and 10. A carry here for ETN. And a nice run there on 1st down.
Take it. Take a shot to the end zone.
Setting up 2nd and 2.
Funsies. Go to Will. Oh, okay. Make it even.
Coming. Looks like there was
harder.
movement on the right side of the O-line. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hat.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Damn it, bro! It took the whole
Outside
field
of
goal
a
range.
turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in
55
his
yarder
face with nowhere to
try
go
to
with the
kick
ball
it.
downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick.
That's it.
So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. Not much there, maybe a yard. They'll put Addison in motion. Once again, it's Pierce. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 3rd down and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Third and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. A pickup there of 28 yards.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run the toss play to Pierce. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
They didn't fool anyone. Tried the speed, but did not get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only one.
Taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Back to throw.
Uh-oh,
This
shit.
is intercepted.
Who is that?
And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22.
2, bro.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge 4th down stop.
I like it.
Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. The drive begins with a run by White. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run. It's ETN. And he'll have a 1st down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, we're set. A 1st down on the
Damn,
scramble.
dude. The old man
A
had to wait
gain
till
of
they got
16.
way back so he could get a
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it. You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor 1st punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one complete right side. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now, faking the give. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson.
Oh, is this roughing the passer?
Ineligible receiver downfield.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. look to throw. That one into the hands of Jefferson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Back to the air one more time. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll try it now with Pierce.
Nice play, bro.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The visitors' offense and their running back, Zamir White, heading onto the field. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. Now, Etienne. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with White. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. Operating from the gun is Brissett. That'll be intercepted.
All right, he's cut now.
Picked off by Mekhi Blackman. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense.
Not re-signing him to an extension.
You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. To the right side, he's got Hopkinson, his tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Throwing now from the gun. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day...
a loose football. And this will be recovered by the offense. So
makes an appearance.
No run back at least, but it'll still wind up a turnover on downs.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll go again with White. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Going for it.
To throw is Brissett.
You're not going to get it, bro.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on downs. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one caught by Hawkinson.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
There's Jefferson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner.
Let's get another pick in the end zone.
Slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. 2nd down and 3. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little.
It's
too
fucking
late.
rigged, man.
Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming. They'll put Addison in motion. Here we go. One final play. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster.
Go for onside kick.
But unlike that time, they
It ain't
ran
over
this
till the
pass
fat lady
play to
sings.
perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down there.
That'll do it.
That'll put a
On
wrap
to the
on this one. Time has
NFC
expired
Championship again, 2 years in a
fourth
row.
quarter. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They are able to do something that not easy to do. Get a win away from home in the playoffs. For their troubles, they've got a date next Sunday in the conference championship game. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Minneapolis.
All right, we had a good game. 459 total yards to their 285. We rushed for 278 yards. They had 114. We threw for 181. They threw for 171. Pretty pedestrian game for Arch Manning, but 85% completion percentage, man. Scotabo with 99 yards. White with 27, ETN 29, Taylor with 105. Damn. Puka, 6 catches. Get 4, Sanders 3. Yep. Freeze had a good day. Okay, I had 1 sack. Man, he's I'm liking what I'm seeing there. I don't think there was really any big highlights. We could scan through. Dude. Yeah, see. So yeah, they're pretty much just, I think, playing. Oh no. Okay. That's what it was. So Hunt gets out to block the linebacker, and then the cornerback took himself out of the play right there. Thinking he's going. Yeah. Tried to set the edge a little bit too much. Get with the block. This is where I thought, dude, he might go. So Puka just stops him a little bit more right there. He's gone. It's like, that's fine. Doink. That's it. It was just solid, boring football, I guess you could say. I mean, just execution on the running game. It's good to see wins. They're not as exciting, I guess you could say. But I'll take this over losing for damn sure. All right. Okay. Let's See what's happening here. So it's either going to be in Carolina or in Philly. I don't know that Cowboys offense, man. That just kind of scares me. I don't know if Prescott would be doing the same thing that Miller Moss did to us. Did we lose that game? There we go. Yeah, we lost it. Lost that game too, so that'd be payback this year. And I don't know, I feel like we played every year. 1 point loss there, 3 point loss there. I mean, I personally think that we probably could handle the Eagles a little better. Well, I guess we play who we play. Let's find out. Eagles going to Philly. NFC Championship game. God, fucking Chiefs, bro. Chiefs or Chargers. Chargers took it to the Texans, and Chiefs took it to the Bills. I guess we'll find out how we match up against the Eagles, huh? I don't know, man. I'm feeling a little confident. I'm feeling a little confident. Had it been the boys, I'd be a little bit more nervous because of that what Miller Moss did to us. I mean, I get the Eagles loss. Like, dude, we didn't. I don't even remember, but we obviously are a different team now by a wide margin. So they are apparently good at passing and good at stopping the run. Um, so I think what I'll do is I'll pick up just a tad bit more to passing, just a tad. So if I yeah if I up the, let's see, what did I do? Okay, I think from the Lions to I think the Lions we were running a little bit too much, or was it passing too much on first down? Yeah, I think it was passing a little bit too much for my liking. Drop down a tad. I would say I don't know. If I scale 1 to 10, drop it down 5. So this one I'm gonna pick up passing not to where it was, but maybe just a little bit more. Just a tad, just a little tappy tap. Just in case, because I don't want to get stuck with like a run defense that just stuffs us. I don't know. I'll just do a tad, just a little touch. Just a tad, little tippity tap. All right, what else was I gonna look at? Let's go look at their injury report and depth chart. We'll probably get that game here going later today. Orgy's out. No orgy for us. Jalen Hurts, Saquon freaking Barkley, Will Shipley. Man, he must have really had some bad years. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Ty Robinson, pretty good receiving core. Really good tight end. I don't care that it says he's only an 82. Really good left tackle. Really good left guard. Decent center. Good guard. Good right tackle. Looks like they're running a 3-4. Great left end. Probably a good right end. And then McKinley, rookie, is their nose. Great inside linebacker and then pairs with Drew Sanders. Don't really have much of an edge rush. So their pressure is probably going to be coming off from right up against Icky and probably Robert Hunt. That's probably going to be our weakness right there. Robert Hunt's going to be our weakness. Great starting corners. Is that guy 6? Oh, okay, 6 foot. Kicker doesn't have the best of accuracy. All right. Yeah, I think the plan's going to have to be stop the pass. We can even look at that now. I won't pick it, but weekly awards. What do we get? 2 INTs. Defend short pass. Run inside. Okay. All right, just keep that right there. It seems to be working for us decently. Yep. NFC Championship. One more. One more. Let's read this up on top. So NFC Conference Championship. Watch your offenses. QB Arch Manning and Cam Scatterwell will aim to find road rhythm while Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley enjoy their home fans. I think next year we're going to have to open up the offense a little bit, pass them more. I wish we could make adjustments during game. That'd be fun. All right. That'll do it for this one. We'll get one started here. I'll do another one today. I'm not ready, man. I'm not ready for the off season.